You're listening to Short History Shorts audio, where history speaks louder than images. The rise of the Hyksos was one of the most dramatic turning points in ancient Egyptian history, marking the end of the Middle Kingdom's stability and the beginning of a period of foreign domination that would reshape the political, military, and cultural landscape of the Nile Valley. The term Hyksos, later recorded by Egyptian scribes, is thought to come from the Egyptian phrase Heka Kasut, meaning rulers of foreign lands, and it reflected not only their geographic origin, but also their distinct ethnic and cultural identity. They are believed to have been a mixed group of Semitic-speaking peoples from the Levant, likely Canaanite in origin, who began settling in the eastern Nile Delta during the late Middle Kingdom, drawn by the fertile lands, trade opportunities, and the gradual weakening of Egypt's central authority. Initially arriving as merchants, migrants, and mercenaries, their presence was tolerated and even welcomed by local rulers. But over time, their numbers, influence, and ambitions grew. By exploiting political fragmentation, economic disruption, and Egypt's increasingly complacent military, they were able to seize control of the Delta region, establishing their own dynasty, which would later be remembered as Egypt's 15th dynasty. Their rise was facilitated by the decline of pharaonic power after the reign of the strong 12th dynasty kings. Successive rulers of the 13th dynasty lacked the same political skill, administrative control, and military reach, allowing regional governors in the Delta to gain more autonomy. This fragmentation created an opening for the Hyksos to first act as allies or clients of certain Delta lords and then to supplant them entirely. The Hyksos brought with them transformative innovations that would forever alter Egyptian warfare and technology. Chief among these was the horse-drawn chariot, a revolutionary military asset never before seen in Egypt, which gave them unmatched mobility and striking power in battle. They also introduced the composite bow, made of wood, horn, and sinew, with far greater range and penetrating power than Egypt's older self-bows. Other weapons, such as the sickle sword known as the khopesh, as well as advanced fortification techniques with earthen ramparts and bastioned gates, further enhanced their military dominance. Beyond warfare, they brought new forms of craftsmanship, pottery styles, bronze working methods, and agricultural practices. Their capital at Avaris became a vibrant hub of trade, linking Egypt to the Levant, Cyprus, and possibly as far as Anatolia. The Hyksos embraced many aspects of Egyptian culture, adopting royal titulary, temple rituals, and certain artistic styles, but they also preserved their own traditions, gods and burial customs, creating a hybrid culture that blended Near Eastern and Egyptian elements. For native Egyptians, especially those in the south, the Hyksos presence was both a shock and a humiliation, shattering the long-held belief that Egypt was the two lands, united under a divine native king. The southern kingdom of Thebes became the center of native resistance, though in these early years the Theban rulers were too weak to mount a full-scale challenge. The Hyksos consolidated their power, controlling trade routes and projecting military strength deep into the Nile Valley, while maintaining diplomatic and commercial contacts with the wider eastern Mediterranean world. For roughly a century, they ruled the northern half of Egypt, creating a divided land in which the Delta thrived under their governance, while Upper Egypt simmered with resentment. This era of dual kingship, cultural blending, and technological transformation would set the stage for one of Egypt's most determined liberation struggles, a conflict that would eventually drive the Hyksos from the land, but leave their imprint on Egyptian military and political life for generations to come.